your own business in your home, all that, not to absorb these people.
Those workers that have been laid off.
That's correct, because people, those who have been laid off are complaining, say, where are we going to get a job from? So they are trying to now create those kind of, private enterprises so that these people can be able to find, jobs in the private sectors. And of course, the dangers, when you start having private sector jobs, people start getting a lot of money, trouble starts. And that's why the government has always, most communist governments, reluctant, for people to have their own individual basis, so they don't accumulate money to start,
they can do a lot with that money that they accumulated in business.
Exactly, start challenging
that
undermines
the government itself.
That's correct, undermine the government. Exactly, so that's the fear. So that's what they want to do, is slowly to see how it works out. If people are going to be comfortable working in the private sector after so many years of sitting, with government pay. The doctors, some of the doctors are paid less than the janitor, But now Raul says, no, we got to start paying people according to their work and their productivity. No more just, because you are a driver, truck driver, we pay you more than a nurse in the hospital. We can't do that anymore. We got to pay people according to their qualification, so we can have the best people stay in Cuba and work, which is not a bad idea, but it's yet to be seen. I know, though this new, changes going on in Cuba is attracting a lot of attention. Some people say, well, Fidel Castro is against it, but if he was against it, his brother wouldn't have done it anyway. Even though he's sick, like he's been in the hospital, he's no more in charge, he's not the president, but he's still the chairman of the Communist Party of Cuba.
And has that influence.
Yeah, and since he's the chairman of the Communist Party of Cuba, he's still the person in charge, because you can't be president or anything in Cuba if you're not a member of the Communist Party, which he is the chairman. Okay, so even though his brother is the president, he can still remove.
Well, now we're talking about what about over the last couple of minutes? What about the United States' relationship with Cuba? I think we've. Do we see any improvement since that?
Since President Obama came to office, he has done some things to relax, some of those. Now Americans can go and visit, their relatives, in Cuba, and you have a lot of Cubans living in Miami or some of these places who are not allowed to even go there. Now they can, and other Americans are allowed to go to Cuba now. They allow more people to send money to Cuba, which, before there was a very big, obstacle to doing that. So more money going to Cuba now, more people visiting Cuba now, So that's the little openings that Obama has done. But a lot of people are calling for the embargo to end, which is supposed to, because most of the countries that, broke off relations with Cuba before, particularly in Latin America, all of them have renewed diplomatic relations, all of them.
And so we still refuse to trade with Cuba, is that what?
That's correct, we are still refusing.
Even though the rest of the world appears to be trading with Cuba.
Exactly, we refuse to trade with them.
Now, what's the major reason for that, though, Dr. Madu?
It's still, I don't think any of the presidents has the political will to say, hey, let's end this here. They go halfway and they stop. When Carter came in, he made some noises about ending it, then he stopped. Obama's coming now, made some noises, but still trading very slowly.
Will it be to our advantage or to Cuba's advantage for us to do that? I mean, who would win?
It will be to both sides' advantage, because what people don't understand, the more this embargo stays on, the more really indirectly we are propping up the Castro regime. Because whatever is happening in Cuba, even if people are starving, Raul will say, hey, it's those people in Washington. That's why you don't have food, because of this embargo. We can't import anything. Yeah, so if we had allowed, trade to continue, I doubt if the Castro and his brother would be in power today, because people have been seeing a lot and agitating. But since we just close the island off, every problem there is Americans. Every problem is Americans.
That's why we have such bad reputation.
Exactly. If there's no cars running in Cuba, it's America, even though we are not responsible. Yeah, if somebody doesn't have a house, it's Americans. That's why we don't have cement to build house. All those complaints. Yeah, so they're using that embargo to keep power.
And of course, Dr. Madu, we have to stop, as you know, at this particular point, but I certainly thank you. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.